Assalamu alaikum, namaste, shalom, hello, salams to everyone present. I'm Hamja Ahsan. I'm an artist, writer, curator, and sometimes described as the commander-in-chief of the decolonial introvert movement known as Shy Radicals. So what you've seen there is a poem my brother wrote whilst in solitary confinement in a death row prison where Theresa May extradited him despite full knowledge of knowing he was a vulnerable person diagnosed with autistic spectrum disorder and had the same life risks as other white British citizens who'd actually been accused of worse, relatively other crimes related to hacking. And in this notion of Aspergerstan, which I develop in my book, Shy Radicals, I have this idea of a utopic homeland. So here's the Shy People's Republic of Aspergerstan. And I write a constitution which is very much influenced by my campaign work for my brother. So I was a sole representative within the media of my older brother, 1 year older than me. And part of the way I kept his presence alive as a cause and political prisoner was through the medium of poetry and literature. And some of these words written in prison came on to influence me in conceiving of a state and how the state might be different. So as soon as my brother was diagnosed with autism, I started to read peer literature related to life experiences of the condition, and I remember life writings such as Asperger's Unlimited, and I remember this description where someone was described through their depressive episodes as a form of second-class citizen, as someone neurodivergent, as someone not neurotypical. And I thought, how could you reimagine citizenship and the state in a way that provided equality and parity to non-neurotypical peoples? I myself am neurodivergent. I'm diagnosed with an affective disorder, bipolar affective disorder, and social anxiety disorder. And I find common forms of empathy and overlap with the clinical diagnosis of my brother. So I just thought, what ways do we communicate within politics? Look at a debate chamber or parliament. What type of people run for elections? Like, how is the whole system predicated on this form of neurotypical behaviour? And I put these speculations in this book, Shy Radicals, which is a revolutionary militant political party taking forms from the Black Panthers and COINTELPRO prisoners. And within Italy, it's called the Intifada. So, whilst the work's a form of satire, there's dimension of it in which it has its presence and aliveness within actual activist life within Britain. It's taught within disability studies, it's taught within media communications at Goldsmiths, it's taught as a fine art text, it's taught as a serious piece of critical theory. None of this was actually intended when I wrote it, and I will read bits of it. So to give you the basic notion of the state, so I thought, let's take this radical notion that everything is fiction. So we always have these very set formats for communicating politics. Usually here's Owen Jones again writing 500 words in The Guardian, here's another vlog, here's a 19th century type novel. But let's take a radical notion, everything is fiction. So I'm writing in these formats. So the law is a piece of fiction. We write it, we can be subject to it, everything from the press release to... But to give you a sense of the book, this is one of the laws written, one of the fundamental rights and duties of citizens. Article 17, introversion is unviable. No person may disturb its peace or violate its freedom. The state shall guarantee freedom from small talk, freedom from coercive visual distraction, freedom from enforced jollity or coerced happiness, freedom from extrovert harassment during leisure time and national holidays, the right to stay in one's home during leisure time and national holidays, freedom from superficial judgment based on outward appearances and consumer choices, freedom from frivolous public media assaults, freedom from stigmatisation for the pursuit of an introvert life, freedom from extrovert epistemic violence, including all accusation of being antisocial or aloof, disrupting concentration of Asperger's non-citizens will be taken seriously and punished in full accordance with the law. Oh dear, that's not really...